Today we are at the famed Dickie Dee's at Newark on Bloomfield Avenue. You know, we're going to do something a little different today. This is a special edition of raw dogging. You know what? We're not going to have the traditional hot dog. No, we're going to have an Italian hot dog. You see, I'm a quarter Italian.
I woke up this morning, got myself a gun.
And I'm a quarter excited to bring you this edition of Raw Dogging with the Tank. Let's check it out. Take me out for some hot dogs. All right.
Don't kill me, Frank.
It's just gonna be a short ride. Let's see. And I don't do any crazy stunt driving, so
Not yet.
I drive like an old lady. We're on 6th Street. This is North Newark, which is famous for all the Italians that used to live here. Used to be almost all Italians exclusively in this neighborhood. This is basically where half the Sopranos grew up. The Italians brought their food and culture with them as they came to Newark. And this is where they settled. This was all Italians, all up and down every avenue, every street. All right, we're coming down Roseville Avenue, which is not far from Bloomfield Avenue. In fact, it crosses over Bloomfield Avenue right over here. In fact, right here, this is Newark Schools Stadium. This is where Barringer High School plays. Now, you had the baseball field over here, and you had the football field over here. And they rebuilt this stadium to try to look like a little bit like it used to 100 years ago. And in this stadium right here, Newark Schools Stadium, is where the Newark Tornadoes, an NFL team, played in 1929 and 1930. You can check out that team on the NFL, Forgotten NFL on the Sports Encyclopedia. But this is Newark School Stadium. It's rebuilt. It's not what it used to look like, but this is right where it used to, right in its original location, on the corner of Bloomfield Avenue, 10th Street, and Roseville Avenue. And it's right here at its old location. And they try to make it look a little bit like it used to. Just a little fancier now. This is where the Columbus Parade used to come down Bloomfield Avenue over here. Used to have the Italian Tribune, the largest Italian newspaper in America over there. It's now moved somewhere else in New Jersey. Here is St. Francis Church. This is where I was baptized. Right here in Newark. They had the restaurant over here, used to be Vesuvius, now it's Giancarelli's. They actually were able to close off of 10th Street over here. And it doesn't look anything like it did when my grandmother died in 1992. And then she lived here from 1948 to 1992 when she died. This is where my parents grew up. This is where my father grew up. This is where my grandmother lived, my grandparents, my grandfather, and, my two uncles, and my aunt who died when she was really young. But it doesn't look anything like it did when they were around. It used to be green and white. But that's where my grandmother lived. It's an adventure. You have the Newark Moguls, which are these speed bumps. And you have the Newark Slalom, trying to get around all the double parked cars. Because it's not Newark if you don't have double parking. This is Davenport Avenue. Now, Davenport Avenue is where I lived until I was 10 years old. I moved June of 1986, and I lived right in that 98 Davenport Avenue on the 3rd floor on the opposite side from the street. The Newark Slalom. Double parking, they love double parking. Double parking, do it day or night. Double parking, they love double parking. Double parking, do it day and night. Alright. And here on Bloomfield Avenue, there used to be several different places where you can get the Italian hot dog. Especially a place called Tingling, which was classic. But only Dickie Dee stand, it's the last one. Now this place is open by Dick DiVincenzo and his cousin. and it's still owned by their family. Third generation now own and operate this place. This place opened up in 1967 on this corner. It's the corner of 6th Street and Bloomfield Avenue. They now even call it Dickie Dee's Way. It's even got its own street. And it's right here. You can find it easily. The Pequannock Tower is right here. The water tower that controlled all of Newark. It's an icon. It looks like a chess piece right in the middle of Newark. And it's got its own history. This is the Pequannock Tower, also known as Pequannock Castle. Looks like a chess piece. No, a lot of people don't know what this is. What this actually is used to be the water tower. Used to monitor the water that was coming into Newark. See, Newark didn't want to get the water from the Passaic River because the Passaic River was too polluted. So they started getting water from the Pequannock River, and it would come through here. And what they would do is they would monitor the water quality in here. They monitor the water usage in here. And you see the security's not too much. Look at this door here. It's got a padlock. And in 1981, someone broke in here, this watershed, and caused $40 million of damage. $40 million of the water was lost. This is almost half the water that was in Newark was lost. They found out that the person who was supposed to be watching over it wasn't watching over it. It was a guy who had a no-show job. He actually was being paid by the city of Newark to watch over the tower, even though he was living in Port St. Lucie. Ironically enough, where the Mets now train. So, all this damage was done because this guy had a no-show job. So how did they punish the man that had this water tower that was not doing his job? You know how they punished him? They named a park after him! Yes, Salvatore Botempo is the guy who was supposed to be looking over the park, wasn't looking over the park, and he rewarded him by naming the park after him.
Welcome to Dickie Dee's, home of the Italian hot dog. The last one standing here in the city of Newark. Hope you come in, enjoy your double Italian hot dogs. Whatever you want, we got it here at Dickie Dee's.
Been here?
62 years in business. Italian hot dog comes on pizza bread. Some people call it pita bread, but it's actually pizza bread. The single comes with one hot dog, mustard, peppers, onions, and tomatoes, ketchup on top of your wish, any combination. Double's the same, except 2 hot dogs.
And a double is the only way to go. I don't use ketchup and mustard, I raw dog.
What?
Yeah, so I'll be having a double with just potatoes because these peppers and onions upset my stomach. This is an Italian hot dog. Now you might say this is not a raw dog. I make the rules. Now I like it a little different. I don't get peppers and onions, and of course no ketchup and mustard. See, this is put on pizza bread, which is locally from a local bakery called Apollo's, and it's made with hot dogs from Best Provisions, a local Newark company. This is everything about Newark. The Italian hot dog was born in Newark. It was born in 1932 by another rival company. We'll review them maybe someday down the road, but here, the Dickie Dee's, I think they're probably the best. And Dickie Dee's is a legend here in Newark for Italian hot dogs rule. And you know what else called an Italian hot dog? It's also called a Newark dog. because this is where the Italian hot dog was born, and this is where we're going to review it. Let's see how this goes. Now you get the bread, you get the Best Provision hot dogs. Now one thing about Best, it's an underrated hot dog. You can't really find it much elsewhere. You can find it in some stores around here, but Best is basically a Newark icon. It's a nice smooth hot dog. It's not too spicy, but it's got a good bite to it. So there is a little bit of that snap. And of course the potatoes. The potatoes are cooked really nice and cubed potatoes. The bread is nice and smooth. It's a good Italian style bread. Not doughy at all. It's really cooked. Where the bread has a little bit of a crunch to it as well. See, one thing about the Italian hot dog is you can't stand to watch it because of all the potatoes that come out of it. Especially if you get the peppers and onions. These are all you have to like sit down. This is something you have to sit down and eat. Raise the apple, this is a home run. Now you know what else they have here at Dickie Dee's? They have pizza. So they were so nice, they gave us a slice, so I'm gonna do a little bonus review too. Really good flop. And Dave, I'd recommend this place to you. I would give this a solid 8.2. Newark needs a Dave to come and do a pizza review. And then what better place can you come? I taught you today what an Italian hot dog is, a Newark hot dog. If you want me to try a Chicago dog, anything Los Angeles, Atlanta, anywhere around the world, you name it, fly me in and I'll try it. This is Frank the Tank. This is raw dogging. Even if it's an Italian hot dog, I say it's raw dogging. Yes, it is raw dogging. Till next time, and if you have any places, any suggestions, leave the link below. Click, subscribe, and you'll know anytime I do one of these videos. Good day. Take me out for some hot dogs. Get me one that's only plain. No mustard or ketchup. I'll know what the dog is really about, and it's hope that this is a good one. Maybe a home run or a double. But if it sucks, it will be a strikeout and not worthy of my taste buds.
Home run!
Home run.